Alright, holy crap gamers, what's up? It's your boy DT and welcome back to another E3 2019 reaction. That's right, another E3 2019 reaction, baby. I know you love these videos just so much, just please super smash that like button and Mario Cat ring the bell, and always be sure to comment down below what E3 2019 you'd like to see me react to next. I always read your comments because you guys are just so epic. And you know what else is epic? E3 2019, baby. So, without further ado, let's hit the button.
There is no game without the players. Really, it all comes down to you. Without you.
Look at this, he's a horse.
Are you ready?
Oh baby, the weather's blisteringly hot and my parents are screaming at me to get a job for the summer. That also means E3 is here again. Time for more announcements from our favorite traditional presenters, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Dead. I typically keep my expectations so low to the point where I don't even know what to expect, but this year was a personal milestone for me, with a resounding expectation rating of -6. I mean, say what you will about Sony, I definitely did, but even at their worst, they've always felt like a part of the family, and to see them absent this year felt like a piece of E3 was gone. Hell, even EA, who is the event's yearly comedy routine, didn't really have a traditional conference this year, just a shittier version of a Nintendo treehouse. If there were anything to replace them, that's one thing, but the lineup is the exact same as last time, just with less presenters. Well, at the very least, if the two considered worst shows from last year are going to be present this year, that must mean we have a quality event in our hands, right? Well, I mean, I don't actually know because I'm writing this intro during EA stream, so future Ty, who is gonna be the current Ty, let the current Ty, who is gonna be the past Ty, know how it went. Alright, cool. One last thing before we start, I think this year I'm only gonna look at main events. I like Devolver stuff, but they're more of a performance act rather than a conference, and AMD, whatever the hell, isn't as much of a showstopper as Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, Squeenix, and Nintendo are. The PC game show isn't something I really ever care to watch, and EA Play. Plus, I can already tell this is going to be one of my longer videos, so I can afford to be a bit selective with who I talk about. So, let's begin. Now, these past few years, Microsoft has been on a roll with their conferences, with last year in particular having a showcase that's basically non-stop game trailers. However, the issue that everyone has with them is that they give basically no reason to even own an Xbox One. Speaking as a broke college kid, if anyone gave me a reason to buy a console and games worth hundreds of dollars, I would die and then tell you to jump off a bridge. So, how do we do this year? Well, we open up with a cyberpunkish IP called The Outer Worlds, and I think it looks pretty good visually, though I'm not entirely sure why they opened the show with it. Last year, they opened up with friggin' Halo, but whatever. Ninja Theory then walks in and announces Bleeding Edge, which is a 4v4 something. I do know one thing, they really are determined to remind everyone that they developed a travesty. Ori Will of the Wisps gets delayed. Heck. Minecraft Dungeons? Alright then. Star Wars Fallen Order gets a proper trailer. Can't wait for EA to screw this up. Blair Witch, of all things, is getting a game, and let me tell you, as someone born in September 1996, this is a very realistic interpretation of my birthing experience. Cyberpunk 2077 gets a trailer and some gameplay with Keanu goddamn Reeves?
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Perfect. Also, the game is releasing on 4/20. Spiritfarer looks pretty cool with like a hand-drawn animation type thing, but you know what looks even cooler? Battletoads, bitches! It's been a whole friggin' year since the reveal and finally seeing gameplay. It looks really good. It's just epic, like 6 times in the trailer, no release date. This blows. Also, apparently people hate the art style? I don't see it. We then transition to another 2D animated style game with RPG Time Legend of Right. Okay. Then we get a big ol' indie montage of games coming to Game Pass. Sweet. Speaking of Game Pass, they talked briefly about it, Game Pass PC, and Game Pass Ultimate, which is basically everything Xbox, but with PC added for no additional cost. That's pretty cool. Then we get a look at Flight Simulator with Fork Technology, Satellite, and Metal Gear Solid 12. Age of Empires 2 gets a definitive edition, and while I don't really care too much about Age of Empires, this is definitely a cool announcement, and got some of my friends legitimately excited. We then get a look at Wasteland 3, and I'm so happy the guy on the Phalanx box art is doing well. Then a guy walks in with the most unfortunate name I've ever seen, followed by, oh no. They announced that Microsoft bought Double Fine in their Monopoly and give us a look at Psychonauts 2. I haven't played the first, but if it has anything as creative as a mouth level, I'm sold. Then out of the goddamn blue, the LEGO Star Wars games get remade in a complete Skywalker saga, even featuring the upcoming movie. Holy shit, I'm sold. This was followed by a look at the Dragon Ball Z RPG, and I love it, 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 12 minutes, aka that's not Hitman. Way of the Woods looks really cute, and having the antlers light up is a very cool idea. Hopefully it turns out well. We then get some Gears 5 shit. I don't care, except the Terminator's there for some reason. Mortal Kombat fans are probably gritting their teeth right now. Then a controller reveal. Okay. Dying Light 2, also known as that one game that got a million-year-long trailer a couple of years ago. Yikes. Forza Horizon 4, aka Time for Intermission. Except, hold on, idiots, there are Legos now? I gotta hand it to him. This expansion actually looks really cool with set pieces from the Lego movie. You got me curious about Forza. Are those the 30 character inputs you wanted from me, Microsoft? We then get a look at followed by State of Decay 2, also known as, oh wait, that was the game that got a million-year-long trailer. Silly me for mixing up two games I have no interest in. But hey, Phantasy Star Online 2 is finally getting localized. Holy shit! I've wanted to try this game forever, but just wouldn't get overseas. I'm very stoked, even though it's not coming to Europe. What the hell, guys? Crossfire X looks pretty cool, and then we get a trailer for Tales of getting leaks beforehand, but I can accept this because it looks even more beautiful in motion, but I guess Bandai Namco decided to shorten it to Tales of Arise. We then get some Borderlands 3 content, as well as an expansion to Borderlands 2 that sets up for the previously mentioned Borderlands 3. Neat. Elden Ring, which is a Norse game with a world created in part by George R.R. Martin and developed by FromSoft. Jesus. Phil Spencer comes back to blab some Xbox Cloud goodness and then reveals a new console, Project Scarlet. Via a video about people talking a bunch about gaming and gamers in the future for us gaming gamers. Can I join your dick lifting practice? Seriously, they talked about this 120 FPS and 8K gaming like, guys, the human eye can barely see 4K. What is happening? The only other thing we know is that Halo Infinite is going to be a launch title, and to cap off the conference, a cinematic trailer for Halo Infinite is shown, no gameplay, Master Chief is dead, and so am I, but at least this shot is badass. Yeah, I don't think this is as good as Microsoft's offering from last year. I talked about Microsoft's format of minimal talking and trailer after trailer after trailer is a great practice and one that every conference should go by, and I do stand by that for the most part, but this year made me see a giant flaw in that. With the 60 plus games shown in the hour and a half, that's a lot of games that need to be stuck in your memory. And a lot of times, there are games that make me go, oh, that's cool, I can't wait, and then forget about them a few days later. Now, this is absolutely not a problem exclusive to Microsoft, but as crazy as it sounds, I think a little bit of the talky talk could help with some of these games in my opinion. That or a shorter conference time. Of course, this isn't to sell them short, because they did reveal a handful of games that excited me. Battletoads, LEGO Star Wars, Dragon Ball RPG, Phantasy Star, Tales of Arise, Elden Ring, they all look great to me and are absolutely highlights. But thinking about last year's highlights, we had Cuphead, Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, and Joe. This one looks like it has a really huge budget.
Yo, this game looks so epic. You know what else looks epic? Your guys telling my comments and reaction videos on what next to do, how to improve my channel, because I don't even have a camera on first off. I don't even know who I'm talking to, but man, your comments, you guys telling me this game has such a huge budget, and then it's... Can you please just die?
But yeah, this year didn't really have the same star powers last year. It had some highlights, but a lot of it was okay. And now here's the part where I give it a rating, and my scale is going to be between 1 and 10 Waddle Dees, with apples as half points. I'm going to give Microsoft 6 Waddle Dees and an apple out of 10. I think just 6 wouldn't give them enough credit, but I think 7 would be giving them too much, so I'm just going to go for the average here. Also, whoever started the rumor that Miyamoto was going to be on stage gets at least 30 haas from me. Okay, so apparently they confused Miyamoto with Keanu Reeves? I mean, me too. To be honest, as a company, Bethesda's the one I care the least about of the lineup, solely because I have the least attachment to their games, but I always have the undying curiosity for their conferences. I guess that's because it would feel off to me if I didn't watch one of the big conferences of Gamer Christmas, plus, they know how to make their games look as good as possible on the show floor. I mean, I do have that slight intrigue in the back of my head telling me to just buy an Alexa already. Well, either way, we start with Bethesda employees talking about how thankful they are as Bethesda employees. I mean, that's good to know that these people are living their best lives, but we see this every year, guys, please.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
We see you. Because we are you.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, God! Todd Howard gets on stage, and I couldn't wait to hear his new method of murdering us all. Actually, he just brings up Fallout 76 and its well-deserved criticized launch. Huh. Okay, listen, on one hand, I think it's good on them that they can be aware of how disastrous some of their games can be, but on the other hand, I didn't know EA made last-minute plans for a conference. They then touched themselves over how well Elder Scrolls Blades did on the selling charts and the new content coming out that very night, epic. Blades is also coming to Switch, cool, it's a mobile game, I'm really not that impressed. Although at least there's Joy-Con controls, which is more than I could say of really any mobile Switch port. Fallout 76 is getting some updates. Why did they talk about blades first in between the... whatever. Wastelanders looks like an actual game with actual things that a Fallout game would have. Also, many gunshots were heard as they announced Battle Goddamn Royale. Christ. They reaffirmed that work on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 is still in progress, meaning that it's not even going to be here tonight. Those are the two games I wanted to see most from this conference. I get that these titles take time, but you think they revealed them a bit too early? Well, past that, we get a look at a new game called Ghostwire Tokyo, and the trailer looks sick. There's no gameplay. I'm already on board. Also, Nakamura is great. Give her goddamn promotion. Then we break into another segment of Bethesda talking about how good Bethesda are. Why again? Okay, I'll give it a pass the first time since, you know, new conference and all, and I'm sure these people are happy to work with Bethesda. But seriously? Then we get info on Elder Scrolls Online. I swear we've been seeing this game at every E3. This was the moment I began to blank out. All I remember was a funny skeleton. ZeniMax Online comes in and talks about Commander Keen. That's not Commander Keen. Oh.
We, like you, love mobile games.
You're goddamn right on that one. Then we get a look at a card game, Elder Scrolls. This is hell. Rage 2 is back, and yes, okay, it looks cool and these updates are nice, but seriously, it's about halfway through and we've had like one new game reveal. Also, someone was doing sound check and everyone knew.
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
Amazing! Wolfenstein Cyberpoint VR. Okay, neat. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Yeah, we know. A new game called Deathloop, and at this point I completely blanked, but upon second viewing, it's actually pretty cool. Also, these people really know how to say fuck. We then get another segment how Bethesda are just so epic. 3 in one night, huh? Alright. Then there's a segment how Bethesda is just so innovative, followed by the new streaming I really don't see streaming game services lasting. Like, look at this Doom on mobile. I'm 90% sure that's a YouTube video. Speaking of Doom, we finally arrive at it, and yeah, it looks amazing. I haven't played a Doom anything before, but after hearing about how amazing the 2016 Doom was and how this looks like a trillion times more insane, I love it. They reveal the collector's edition with a sweet wearable helmet. I'm pretty sure the guy wearing it smells the upcoming PR disaster. They also reveal a 2v1 battle mode with Slayer vs. Demons, and it's called Battle Mode. And then to cap it all off, we get just one more segment on why Bethesda is just so amazing as a company. I don't care this conference blew. Holy heck, what was any of that? A majority of the announcements were subpar at best, and why the hell at worst? It was a lot of meandering and pointless segments of Bethesda jerking themselves like, man! Definitely the strangest part of it all was the crowd. I don't want to be that guy and say, how dare these people get excited for a game no one likes. Like, alright, let's shut that shit down right there. If there are people still wanting to play Fallout, then yes, by all means keep doing what you enjoy. This must have been a hell of a night for you. Assuming all those cheers were legit, because honestly, I bet someone got paid. But man, they cheered so often and so hard too, like I could wrestle a hamster and be met with a standing ovation. I'm giving this one 3 Waddle Dees and an apple out of 10. 1 Waddle Dee for Ghostwire, 1 for Deathloop, 1 for Doom, and an apple for Nakamura. She's great, I love her, give her promotion right goddamn now. Now it's time to talk about everyone's favorite yearly musical performance, promoting Just Dance on the Wii. I know it's going to happen ahead of time, for I am the tie of 2 days prior. Future me can vouch for me on this. Now that that's out of the way, let's just talk about their after party where they announce a bunch of shit. They start with a promotion for Assassin's Creed Symphony. Alright, and I don't know anything about Assassin's Creed, but...
Imagine an 80-piece live orchestra and choir playing the iconic themes.
I don't believe you. We then get an extended look at Watch Dogs Legion, and I really mean it, it was an extended look. I mean, the game looks pretty good, permadeath mechanics sound good for this game, and Helen and her facehugger were the best parts of the trailer, but man, did this demo go on. They even talked about the game for a bit and then showed a trailer, like, what was with the long-ass demo of it then? But for all you video game haters out there watching the video game event, do I have something for you? I don't even know what Mythic Quest is, but...
When we think about cultural touchstones, we think E.T., Star Wars, Avatar.
Yeah, about as much as the bubonic plague. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, I swear we see this like every year. They talk some celebrity thing and esports all over the screen. It was very epic. We then get a reveal of Adventure Time characters in Brawlhalla, and alright, I'll give you that. Even though I have like no attachment to either series. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, yep, that's a title. They show a trailer, a dog, someone talking, another trailer, another person, and then Terminator. Just go back to the goddamn good boy. Man, I wish I was this dog, that way I can sleep during the Ubisoft conference. Then Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, which is a really rough-looking mobile game, and to all you Splinter Cell fans, I am so sorry. See, look, my Will to Live has finally arrived. They ditched the Wii U for the Stadia. For Honor's having a limited event, okay, yet another Tom Clancy game, what the hell? Then they thank all the people in their community for, Jesus Christ. I take back every single emotion I've ever had to Assassin's Creed. They then show some episode 3 hackery and a movie, cool! Then they reveal a subscription service for 15 bucks a month, no I'm not joking. Although Roller Champions looks good, it's basically Rocket League for roller skates. I'm a sucker for both those, I approve of this. The CEO thanks everyone for their patronage and reveal a new IP, Gods and Monsters. And even though it looks like a shittier Breath of the Wild, at least it's a shittier version of a good game. And that's it! The trailer ends and yeah, that's the end of the conference. I said no to going to the local arcade for this. I don't know what was Ubisoft's thought process for this conference, but man, that was even worse than Bethesda's. At least with them, it was funny how awful they were. Tom Clancy's E3 conference this year was just awful in a boring way. They didn't even show Beyond Good and Evil 2, like, what? When I said that a little bit more talking would have helped Microsoft, I hope the 3 people for one game isn't what they have in mind. No, I'm giving this one like a 2 out of 10, and both of those Waddle Dees are for the dog alone. Squeenix conferences at E3 range from to, hey, I saw this yesterday. If I have to be Mr. Objective Mans, I would say that Square's was the worst conference last year because they showed stuff that either looked alright to me or showed the same trailers we've seen before. However, this time they would promise Final Fantasy VII news and revealing the Avengers project teased like a million centuries ago. Surely this would be the year they matter, right? Well, guess what? We got a hell of a long look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, remember when this thing was in dormant for like a million years? We got a gameplay demo featuring some of the mechanics in that badass Scorpion mech boss fight, and an extended version of the trailer we saw the night prior that finally gets a look at Tifa and Sephiroth. Now this bit of news lasted a while, maybe even longer than the Watch Dogs bit, but the differences between Watch Dogs and this is that Final Fantasy VII is Final Fantasy VII. And I'm just gonna spoil my thoughts right now. They started off with the best part of this conference right away, and everything kind of dips a bit. There's still some highlights. We get a trailer for Life is Strange 2. Okay. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. Alright, cool. I wanted to sink my feet in this for a while, so that's neat. Octopath Traveler coming to PC. Yeah, we know. The Last Remnant Remastered. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Oh wait, it's available the night it was announced. What? Dragon Quest Builders 2. Okay, yeah, we knew about this, but it does look kind of sweet. Then we get Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of a... Okay, that's in fact a title. Kind of weird this is happening so soon after Vanilla's release, but who knows, one of these days I'll quest the dragons. We then get some indie stuff and a top-down racer called Circuit Superstars, okay. Battalion Easterfront, I think we literally just now saw that. Some of Square's soundtracks is coming to music platforms. If they're as overpriced as their mobile ports, I'm quitting. Kingdom Hearts 3 gets DLC, but I have zero clue what's going on. Par for the course with the series, am I right? Then they talk some Final Fantasy XIV Online with their expansion Shadowbringers, and I thought the segment kind of dragged. Still looks kind of interesting though. Why? 2 games getting localized, Romancing Saga 3 and Saga Scarlet Age. I've never heard of either of them, but I really dig the former's presentation and how it messes with the traditional look of 16-bit RPGs. War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Yep, that's also a title, and it looks alright. Outriders. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I think it's worth giving another look. Same with Oninaki. I like the visual style. Then suddenly Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Holy shit, and it actually looks pretty freaking good. And finally, to cap off the show, the Avengers project has finally been revealed, called The Avengers. Now, I've seen people express enjoyment and a lot of people completely hating it. I'm in the middle. I'm very glad it exists, and from the looks of it, we're getting Splatoon-styled updates where support for the game is constantly happening at no additional cost. However, not only were the gameplay glimpses very brief, but the presentation is... I mean, in some parts it looks good, great even, but other segments could use a lot of improvement though. I'm positive on this game, I just need to see more gameplay and would like to see the graphics touched up. Overall, holy Christ, Square Enix mattered this year. They actually brought some good stuff to the table, and even the lowest of lows weren't actually that bad. I think maybe it feels so good because we have to compare it to last year's Square conference, or even the last few conferences this year. I'm gonna give this one 7 Waddle Dees out of 10. I think in a better year of E3, this rating might be bumped down a bit, but this isn't one of those timelines, so I'm sticking to my waddles here. Hindsight sucks dick, and because Nintendo had basically a Smash Direct last year in place of a Direct, I was both excited and concerned for them this time. I was excited because they have a bunch of games coming out this year and potentially some new reveals, topped with there not being a big focus on a particular game like Nintendo loves to do. However, concern came in because I was worried the Direct was mostly going to consist of games we already know, and even if they did reveal some new stuff, I was worried it wouldn't stack up. Well, way to shut my worries down in an instant, because here's 4 Dragon Quest characters in one. Like I said, I know hell all about Dragon Quest, but no doubt this looks like a great nod to the series, and opening with Darkon was very cool. Really dug the cinematic. They all look like a mix between Link and Robin, and I don't care, they look fun. And their MP system into stupid attacks looks very sweet. Also, Hero, hell yeah, just like those other characters. And then we get a trailer for Dragon Quest 11. Okay, yeah, I get why they would play this, but we knew. Well, Joker got me to play Persona 5, and it's like my favorite game now, so I'll gladly shut up. Also, Then we get a really charming segment with the two Bowsers. Look at this one. You have to be a mega idiot to hate him. Following that is a look at Luigi's Mansion 3, and I like the poltergeist mechanics, green cum monster, and holy shit online. However, I do wish we end up getting more wacky ghost designs than the generic blue ones, but we'll see. I think everything else looks sweet though. Then, whatever the hell this is. Is it a game? I mean, maybe, but there was also a Netflix thing. Is there like some sort of cross motion going on, or are they making it, or something? I'm very confused. Well, moving right along, Link's Awakening, hell yeah. Hey, this game may look stupid cartoony, but look at Link, I love him. Plus, the Palace Chambers, a custom dungeon with collectible dungeon pieces, looks pretty good. Trials of Mana is next, and it looks almost exactly what I would expect a game with that name to be. But hey, we get the other Mana games on Switch too, nice. Witcher 3 Switch port. Alright, don't know how the hell you're gonna fit that on the Switch, but okay. Then a cinematic trailer for Fire Emblem, no gameplay, coming out next month, have fun. We get some Resident Evil goodness, and by that I mean we get to watch people playing some Resident Evil goodness, along with 5 and 6, how neat, but a price drop for those other games would be pretty neater, am I right? No More Heroes 3? And it looks more like the first two games? Holy shit! Contra Rogue Core looks nothing like Contra, but we get a collection announced immediately after, heck yeah. Daemon X Machina, also known as that game I keep thinking looks good whenever I see it, but forget about it for a short time after, but to be fair, that happens with like every game at E3, and hey, at least it looks good too. We get a funny pterodactyl doing funny things huh? Yes? Give me more? We get a look at Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it's kind of fair that it's a short bit because we just got a direct prior. This time we get a look at the new water gym leader, Nessa, and if the new Persona 5 girls taught me anything, it's that Twitter degenerates are so ashamed of being turned on by basic athletic attire and will try to hide it by complaining about designs that are otherwise completely fine. Although behind the scenes, we got some new Pokemon and a confirmation that Pokemon Home won't be supported with Pokemon from... I mean, I don't doubt that they'll add it later on, but I mean, still, that kind of blows. No way in hell am I gonna ask him for crunch time, and I have hopes that the Gallery Dex will be good. I just hope this change comes sooner than later, if it even does. I mean, it happened with Mario Maker, so why not, right? Well, right after that is a new trailer for Astral Chain, and yes, I want it. A few notable members behind the Nier Automata team are making this. I'm very stoked. Top-down mafia shooter called Empire of Sin, neat. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I'm happy this exists, but like with the Avengers, certain parts of it look kinda rough though. Still pretty happy overall. Cadence of Hyrule trailer, heck yeah. Mario and Sonic at the Getting Leaks prior to E3's happening, awesome. But hell yeah, Animal Crossing! You're on a deserted island? Big pole? Big shovel? Mud paths? This game is so good! Fuck! Then we get the traditional highlight reel, and we got Spyro, Ni no Kuni, Alien Isolation, my favorite Wii game, and Mario Maker's coming too. Kinda weird at first, seeing it to just this highlight reel, but we know a heck of a lot, and it's coming out in like 2 weeks, so makes sense. Then, out of the goddamn nowhere, this! I may be very inexperienced with the Banjo series, but seeing them back again makes me so happy. And hey, like I said in the beginning, I might actually buckle down and play me some Banjo-Kazooie soon, like Jesus Christ, remember last time? Their original likeness is reserved, the gang happy to see their friend, Grant Kirkhope composing the music. What a great way to close off the presentation. So, who won?
I won!
I don't even remember why I was concerned in the first place, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's the best E3 of theirs yet, but it's definitely the best one in a while. Yeah, I'm giving this one like 9 Waddle Dees out of 10. The only thing hurting the rating is some rather rough stuff with a few games, and some of them did kind of drag a bit, but no, this was a very good direct. Okay, Nintendo did great, but most of everything else was kind of ugh. It's funny because even though EA and Sony didn't do much of anything this year, some of their usual shit was still there. Tactless self-awareness of their products that flopped at launch without throwing an actual apology, lack of controversial aspects of gaming being features to certain games, complete pace-breaking segments, it's like they were there in spirit. It's kind of sad that THQ Nordic's announcements of remakes for Battle of Bikini Bottom and Destroy All Humans and a new Darksiders game was better than most of E3. Highs were super high, but the lows, oh my Jesus Christ. This year made me appreciate good conference structure even more than ever. I gave Nintendo the highest score because it was the best of 2 of my personal requirements for a great conference. Gameplay trailers and demos galore, some new, some old, of course super hype, but at a good length so it wouldn't give us too much. Microsoft came the closest to that billing, but it was just too long for what it was trying to be in my opinion. Square had more exciting bits, hence its higher rating, but a lot of polish could help some certain games, and please, like, cut down on the whole reminding us of things we already knew. And Bethesda and Ubisoft, they straight up blew. At least Devolver made Hotline Milwaukee. If you need to remember, here are the scores I gave for each conferences, as well as my average. And I think that sums up how I feel about this E3 overall. I'm very appreciative of the great parts, but all the worst aspects just cannot be ignored. I'm gonna expect better out of next year's E3. Cut the jerk sessions of how great your companies are, and keep your intermissions at an absolute minimum, please. Well, thanks for watching. I want to talk about some plans for this here channel. For one, if you've been following my Twitter, you know that I've been playing all the Mario and Luigi games in a marathon, all with the intention of making some sort of series review / ranking video. E3 did kind of put that at a halt, but now I can get myself back on track and maybe have a video about that soon enough. I also decided to just cave in and make a worst Mario bosses list. I made a best one, so why not? I don't know which of these two videos are gonna happen first, nor when, but I do want both of them to happen, so I might actually use my community tab to notify which video will be first, or better yet, follow my Twitter. Anyways, I've talked for 2 centuries longer than I wanted to, so I'm gonna end with some outtakes. My name is Ty, I love you all in the most appropriate way, and I'll see ya whenever!
I don't look like enough of an asshole in this. Hang on. Why am I recording this if I don't look enough like a freaking stupid loser? Super smash that like button and Mario Cat ring the bell and comment! The first line, too. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a long one. Ori Will the Wisps. Ori Will the Wisps gets. Ori Will the Wisps. I can already tell this is gonna be a fucking bitch to say. And Ultimate, which is basically everything Eggbot. The LEGO Star Wars games get remade in a complete Skywalker saga, even featuring the upcoming film. Holy shit, I'm sold. I butchered that line, I'm doing it again. You got me curious about Forza. Hello? God fucking damn it, I have to go get food in the middle of this recording? Okay, hang on. I can make this work. Let me... I fucking hate the existence of my life. I have to go get food. Guys, I did it. I got the pizza. I'm gonna eat it afterwards. I guess it's time to start recording again. I don't even remember where I left off. God damn it. Ooh, whoa, what's this? Tie with white balancing? Who would've... You have an inside glimpse of what recording looks like in this stupid place. This blows. Alright, okay. Does this window glare make me look enough like God? I don't know. One of these things will work. Chump Fort's characters got leaked? That's funny. I hate wearing hats. Like, when I get a haircut. You don't care. Why am I talking about this? I mean, okay. Gonna be actually fair. The E3 trailer didn't look that bad looking. You don't want to hear it. Haha, Ty comes out of the closet part 2. You're so funny. You're so funny. Okay. I can't open doors! I looked right at the camera lens. Actually, you know what? I am a little hungry. I think if I'm going to do this for this long, I can't really do it on an empty stomach. Might as well eat. So I gotta stop the recording again. Ah! Okay, I finally ate, and now my vocal cords are, I don't know how they're doing, but we're gonna find out shortly. If I get interrupted one more time, I'm going to piss out of my own nostrils. I swear to God. Okay. Then there's a segment about Christ. And an apple for Nakamura. I love her. She's great. Give her woo! It didn't take me until halfway through the script to realize that this is going to be one of my longer videos, but hey, sometimes we gotta crank out a long one. That's not a euphemism. Please stop looking at me like that. Please stop looking at me like that. Looking at me like, looking at me.